Hey, what is up, good people? So, William Alderman, I'm back with another video. As you can see from the thumbnail, this is not a very exciting video, but it is a truthful one. So for the last 4 years of me owning my Mathews V3X, I've actually had to change the limbs out 3 times, and I've just been running into brick walls, and I was really hesitant on posting videos that kind of just talked about it because I wasn't sure if I was just shooting too light of an arrow or all these other things. And I thought it was just a one-time thing that happened again last year. After, or like kind of right before the hunting season, got like really stressed out trying to get everything back in tune because I just got my broadhead tuned, and I noticed my limb actually cracked, and I was trying to figure out what was going on. Then again this year, during tack, I remember hearing a loud pop, and I couldn't figure out what was going on, but then turns out my limb had cracked, which for all these other reasons, I get why I was having to add yardage to some of my shots as the day kept on going on, but that's not the point of the video. The point of the video is to talk about me switching out my limbs and just the reality of sometimes things go bad. I was talking to my rep in regards to who I buy my bows from. And he was like, man, I don't know, like you maxing out the bow, because I'm 31.5-inch draw, and I do have it cranked all the way out to 75 pounds. Everything is in spec. My ATA, nothing was out of spec. But all that being said, it is what it is. It's kind of where we're at. So today I'm going to swap the limbs out and kind of show you what that process looks like and kind of go from there. Hopefully we'll be able to get some shooting done today. But obviously the main priority is to get this bow back in working condition. So yeah, stay tuned if that seems interesting to you, and we'll get the show on the road. Oh, also, we got a guest that will be highlighted in a video because I've been wanting to actually post videos with other people and getting more of what this thing is all about in regards to archery, which is about the community. So we're actually trying to expand the videos. Oh, cue the picture. We got my dad a bow as well. Me and my brother put our money together to figure that out. Got a steal off of Archery Talk. If y'all don't know about Archery Talk, I hate to even say it out loud because I want to be the only person looking at it so I can get all the deals that I want. But at the end of the day, if you need used gear and you're not able to afford all of the new and greatest, there are some great deals on there. There's plenty of tips and tricks on how to find the best deals, but that's not what this video is about either. So anyways, let's get this show on the road. All right, so finally got the actual limbs off. One thing that I will highlight is something that I actually learned while my brother was getting his bow worked on over at Benton Archery Supply. They actually took out the whole middle rod instead of trying to like finesse the cables out. They actually took the whole rod out, which I will highlight. When you take the whole thing off, you can easily take both the cams off and the cables and just set them off to the side. Makes it super, super easy when it comes down to decompressing the bow, not trying to mess with the cables. Just makes everything a lot more smooth and a lot more fast. And so, yeah, that's the goal right now, is to keep everything pushing so that we don't have to slow up. So, faster we get this done, faster we get to shoot. So, that's enough talking. Back to getting this bow back in order. Oh, other highlight. So, something I'm gonna do really quick for consistency. I did it on my title, and I'm gonna do it on this. So what you can do, because I run a Prusik knot on my Hamskea that you can see right here. I got rid of the button, and I've yet to pay for the upgrade because my Prusik works so good. It's a toolless adjustment. But something that I started thinking about in regards to consistency, in regards to tension, is having the line actually on your string. So you go back to the same exact spot every single time. It might not be a 100%, but I do know when I open that Prusik up, if you can see that, when I open it up, now I have a solid line that I will slide that Prusik all the way back down to, but allows for a lot more consistency, and the goal of archery is consistency, and so makes it a little bit easier whenever I do make those adjustments, whether I'm just trying to make sure I have vein clearance and I pop my rest all the way up. Kind of makes it easy for me to go back and forth. So 2 cents. Maybe it helps somebody else. Oh, one thing, keep the actual camera down there. Another thing that I do, or am doing with all of the limb changes I've had to do, to keep everything nice and together with me taking everything off, I just ran a bolt through on both of them. So I have my Allen key over here, just something that was long, and then my actual bolt over here, and I just put it right back into the bow press. And what that allows me to do is keep the cams off to the side without twisting the strings or untwisting the strings, and everything should stay a lot more consistent there. All right. So this is actually engraved, and this is actually a Sharpie. So it's cool that they actually are laser etching the numbers in. Not that it makes a huge difference, but this is the limb that went bad. But this was the one that cracked. This is still the good one. So another thing, so we were just talking about the actual deflex numbers, like the actual tension, like which one takes a little bit more force to bend it in regards to like normal everyday vocabulary is how I remembered it. I can't remember the actual vocabulary, but this is 60, 8.5, and this is 68, pretty close in similarity. This was my bottom left and this was my bottom right. What I am also gonna do, as I have all of this apart, I'm gonna clean out my actual, goodness gracious, what are those called?
Limb pockets.
I'm gonna clean out my limb pocket. Thank you. I'm gonna clean out my limb pockets. And as I am cleaning out my limb pockets, I'm also gonna check out my top, because what I kind of want it to do is just kind of alternate it from the top and bottom. So if the high number's on the top right, if I'm looking at the bow, I'm gonna get my high number on the bottom left. If that matters, I have no idea, but that's what we're gonna do. Oh, bro. So this is actually Zara's baby towel. I kept it, and then this was her quiver that she never really used, but
cute.
She now is using a bigger bow. So I was like, I'm putting that down here.
There you go.
Actually brings up a point. So I was in the middle of cleaning out my actual limb pockets, and I was thinking about this video and thinking like, somebody's gonna think I'm just dry firing my bow and Mathews is just warranting it out. I'm not, I promise you. But I was talking to the rep once again, and I was like, dude, like, am I shooting too light of an arrow? I told him it's my hunting arrow is about like 430 or something like that. He's like, no, that should not be too light of an arrow. Even at your draw weight, it's just kind of one of those, you have that thing maxed out and just has the potential to do that. And so he's still was like, man, I don't see a lot of people coming back with this many limbs being replaced. And same thing with the rep, whoever, in regards to the Mathews guy, also had a conversation with this guy like, yo, what is going on with these limbs? And so once again, I promise you, it is not me. I am not just abusing this bow. Like, I take really good care of it. It's just blowing up on me. So for whatever that's worth, V3X for the somewhat wind.
Abusing from a neglect standpoint, like, or just like using it out of.
I'm not like, so what did I say?
No, I was just adding context.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
So
like,
I used it a crap ton. So if we're talking about abuse there.
Yeah,
I'm always sending arrows to it. I wish I had a shot counter on this thing for the last 4 years. Like on my title, I think I have like almost 1,400 now. And I shot this one like way more than I shot my title within that first year.
1,400 or 1,000?
14,000, sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, way big difference. Yeah. Way difference, 14,000.
That's a lot of arrows.
Yeah. So, all right, well, that's wiped out. And we're gonna put the top ones back in the top. This is splinter. Dude, it's like starting to splinter. Top left limb is gonna be the next one to go. So, now we're gonna get this thing back. Obviously, we cleaned out the limb pockets. We got everything situated back in, and it's even more frustrating because my top limb is
Starting
bad.
to go, yeah.
And it's not like cracked as bad as the other one, but it's clearly, you know what, maybe I should not use it. You think I should use the old one that's still good from the bottom? So I just had a eureka moment, maybe a stupid moment. But as I was saying, the top limb was actually going. I didn't figure that out until I got under the actual hood, meaning where the limb pocket connects. But what I figured out, but beyond the point, what I figured out was, or thought about was, since I have one limb going bad at the top already and I see where it's kind of chipping, what I am actually going to do is use the good limb from the bottom, not that one, the good limb from the bottom and actually replace the top left one and then do the alternating thing like I was talking about earlier. People are gonna think I'm bougie. Have I told you how much this bow press is brand new?
Nope.
$900.
That's light work.
You know how much I got for it?
400.
250.
Yep. Yep, that's the William way.
So, pro tip, if you actually take your time at the very beginning to make sure these fingers of your bow press are actually lined up appropriately, meaning the tension from your left and your right side of your cams, it makes it super, super easy in regards to getting it back in. If you have to force it out, stop pressing, like stop trying to press these things out and reset, crank down the tension on either or, and then go right back to trying to push it out. Because if you don't do that, this part, you'll be sitting here like the good old boy MFJJ and banging rather than just sliding it right back in. So I'm telling you right now, take your time, especially when it's your own bow. You're not working at a bow shop. You're not under any time restraint. Just take your time. It's beneficial. Stop abusing your bows. You don't have to go in like, it's just unnecessary. I'm not mad at anybody that does it, but for me, again, I like to take care of my gear, and those little things go a long way in my head. So yeah, take your time, line them up, gets the job done real smooth. And as I said, in regards to that pro tip, taking this out makes it super easy. It was pretty gunked up, so I'm going to clean it out. But hey, I don't think this is supposed to happen. I'm not sure what's going on there, but yeah, that's going on. It's going up and down. It's like it needs to be re-glued. I need to just bring this bow into the shop and be like, yo, I need everything to be redone. Limbs are back on. Silky smooth. No cracks. Did have to trade out another one. This one was just attempting to crack. This one was about to crack, so I actually ended up having two bad limbs, one at the top, one at the left, one at the bottom. But now we have the next checkpoint in regards to getting everything back tuned. Obviously, I got to tie this down and shoot at the paper. And today we might have a little shoot off at least 20 yards with me and my brother. Put up some tape on the outside target and see who comes out victorious for 5 rounds of some Vegas. So that's on the other video though, not this one. All right, so got everything actually on the bow, just like we just talked about. And now we're gonna take a shot through paper and see if we are close and how much me switching those things out and trying to balance it with top and bottom actually worked out. So here we go. Hey, there's no crack anymore. Ha! It worked. Still got a bullet hole. Hey! Yeah, that's nah, on a real note, that's actually exciting. I'm glad. Probably, you know what? We're gonna take one more. Don't mind the basement. It's a basement. It's my dungeon. But we're gonna try it one more time and see if we get the same result. And if we do, we're golden. We're gonna head downstairs and get to shooting. The paper tore funny, but I think that that's still good. I think the fletching just grabbed more. So that's still pretty good. Still solid. Yeah. That's where it came in. Yeah. Just tore up. For some reason, those fletchings just took off more. Maybe low left. I'm taking that. Nah, but on a real note, excited that I don't have to chase my tail. Now, one little tip that I have learned in regards to vocabulary, I like to kind of get little like tidbits so I can remember a little bit easier. I will always call from the tail, and so I like to say chase your tail whenever you're talking about shifting your limbs. So if this was a really big tail left, then I would shift my actual cams of my bow over to the left because I'm chasing the tail. You know, the guys like to go chase tail. It made it easy for me to remember. Some people like to call their paper tails tears off of the point. For me, as I said, whenever I came up, like whenever that kind of became a thing for me, chase your tail, chase your tail, chase your tail, makes it easier for me to think left and rights. So hopefully that helps. All right, so that is it for the Mathews V3X repair. Obviously, it's just like any other bow whenever you're trying to get the limbs switched out. As I said, just take your time whenever you're taking your actual cams off. When you do it, it makes it super, super easy. Was lucky when I actually did the shifting of me replacing, so I actually moved some of the newer one up top and then some of the older ones down at the bottom to help alleviate the numbers. I'm not sure if that played a huge role, but I did get a bullet hole with 2 back-to-back shots, so I'm not going to make my living off of a paper tear. I'm going to go back outside, see if any of my sight marks have changed. I'm pretty sure they probably have, but we're going to keep it pushing, keep it shooting, so just remember to be better. William Alderman is out. Peace.